Who hasn't sold their soul for knowledge? Well, if that's you, then prepare to be shamed, because here's a story about a man who did sell his soul, and he only had eyes for one thing: power. Christopher Marlowe, as Dr. Faustus, tells the story of a brilliant but discontented scholar who makes a deal with the devil for power and knowledge. In exchange, the devil becomes his servant and does his bidding. Sounds like a great idea, right? Yeah, it can be when you don't have morals or ethics. Faustus was a doctor of theology, but that didn't stop him from being curious about magic and the occult. One day, while reading an old book, he comes across a hellish, horrifying sight, a pentagram inscribed in blood. It was the signature of Lucifer, the light-bearer, the morning star, the devil himself. And upon that signature was written the names of those who had made pacts with the powers of darkness. Their souls were forfeit, and they were going straight to hell. But Faustus wasn't afraid. Instead, he decided he wanted some of that forbidden power for himself. So he called out, "Lucifer, I am ready." No sooner had he spoken than the ground shook, and a red-hot, fiery chariot burst through the floor, driving 4 horses whose eyes were burning torches. Out stepped Lucifer himself, a most stately and terrible person, all golden and red and full of light. He was accompanied by 2 lesser devils, Beelzebub and Leviathan. They had come at Faustus's request, and now it was time for them to make a deal. Lucifer told Faustus that he could have whatever he wanted: power, wealth, knowledge, anything. But in exchange, he would need Faustus's soul. Now, Faustus was ready to accept this offer, but he tried to bargain anyway. He asked for 24 years, but Lucifer refused. He would get 10 or he wouldn't get anything. Faustus thought about it. He was already pretty powerful and wealthy as a scholar, so there was nothing more he really wanted except forbidden knowledge. So Faustus signed the contract with his own blood, giving up his soul to become Lucifer's property, body and soul, in exchange for unlimited magical powers. Immediately, he was filled with the knowledge of everything and became supremely powerful. Faustus was finally free to pursue the goals that he had always dreamed of. He built castles in the air, performed mighty works of magic, and lived a life of luxury and ease. He was also able to do some pretty evil stuff, including torturing people and stealing their souls. Faustus basically became a god on Earth, and he ruled over all of humanity. But after a while, he started to feel a little bored. What else was there to know? There was nothing left to discover, and he had everything that he ever wanted. So he started looking for new challenges. He decided to try and win the heart of Helen of Troy, the most beautiful woman in the world. But even that got boring, and he ended up just kidnapping her and taking her back to his castle. He locked her in a tower so that no one could see her, not even the sun. Then he went back to the book he had found with Lucifer's signature in it and added his own name to the list. He had decided that he didn't want to go to hell after all, and he would do anything to avoid it. Even though he had all the power in the world, Faustus couldn't save himself. He begged and pleaded with Lucifer, promising to do anything to get his soul back. But Lucifer wasn't having it. Faustus had made his choice, and now he had to live with the consequences. As the clock struck midnight, Faustus's transformation was complete. He had become the most powerful devil of them all, and he ruled over hell with an iron fist. He tormented the souls of the damned for eternity, and he never forgot about his old life on earth. He often looked up at the stars and wondered what might have been if he had chosen a different path. And that's why, my friends, you should never sell your soul, especially not to the devil. Now, I know what you're thinking. We all sell our souls in one way or another. We compromise our values and our principles in order to get ahead. But let me tell you, it's not worth it. You might think you're getting something for nothing, but in the end, you're the one who ends up paying the price. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this story, please hit the like button. And if you haven't already, what are you waiting for? Subscribe to the channel.